The following is a presentation from Dr. Wrestling Midnight Guthrie and Impact Pro Wrestling. Welcome to Wrestling Night, the biggest wrestling night in Iowa all year here. Dr. Wrestling Midnight Guthrie, joined by Dustin Smothers of Pro Wrestling Mothership. Dustin, great to have you here with me, as it will be a rotating crew of you, me, and Jason Prentice on commentary. The dream team of commentary.
This is one of the biggest nights in the history of our business here in Iowa to steal a line from Tony Schiavone. I think it is apropos tonight, though, because this legitimately is one of the biggest wrestling shows in the history of the state.
Well, and I know we are definitely recording this live to video on the YouTube machine, and we may be broadcasting on Twitch right now as a first-time thing through the Great Sparrow's Twitch channel, and I'm not entirely sure.
We got Colt, Cabana, and Brian Cage in the ring here. Brian Cage defeated Colt Stallion earlier today. And Colt Cabana.
Did the referee call for the bell? I saw no movement of the arms unless that was the extent of what he could get there. Is that as far as I mean, Tom Simon, a good hand, been around the game for a long time.
That's okay. We got to get
it's Tom's birthday today.
Out.
Yes.
There we go. Colt Cabana defeated Hardcore Holly, WWF Hardcore legend, in the first round.
Yeah, great match there. I mean, really, all the early round matches are great. It'll be interesting to see. These gentlemen now have had a 3-hour break, if that.
Yeah.
But against the toughness of the competition earlier today, how much of a break is that? I mean, really, you're not talking like a weekend-to-weekend break here. And to prove yourself as a grand champion here in professional wrestling, and this is more prestigious than most tournaments, because this isn't just about having a championship you hold on to temporarily. The winner of this tournament has their name put on a plaque that will be displayed on the museum until the end of time.
They will be immortalized in history in the Dan Gable Museum here in Waterloo, Iowa, the birthplace of the NWA. Colt Cabana, a former NWA champion.
Yes, two-time NWA champion, and he just defended or challenged for that title once again in the country of China.
Oh, Nick Aldis, current champion right now. But we got Brian Cage in the ring, current Impact Wrestling X Division champion. You know, earlier today, Brian had to go one-on-one with Colt Stallion, a very different style than Colt Cabana. Colt Cabana, can get down and dirty when need be. Brian Cage there, making sure Colt knows who's the machine. It's going to be very interesting to see these two contrasting styles. Brian Cage, very much a powerhouse, but he can also fly. He can also get down in that lucha style, where Cabana tries to use a little, I would say, psychology, maybe a little bit of, get in his head and Colt already on the outside playing up here. And is this going to frustrate the machine? Colt Cabana getting back in the ring here. It's all smiles right now. But once these two lock up and get serious, this is going to be a very good match, folks. Colt Cabana with the... There we go. Brian Cage reverses it. Colt reaching back. Now got a big headlock on. I don't know if that's going to be the best method here. Brian Cage is freaky strong. Yep. Brian Cage says, no, 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 Mr. Cabana. I'm not going anywhere. Brian Cage getting the crowd here.
It's fast and furious. And I was checking on something with the AV crew, and the crowd is so massive here. I had a hell of a time getting back here.
Yeah, we're packing it in here.
When I was coming through there, Colt Cabana, a former Division I college football player, I mean, Brian Cage looks small.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I've had coffee tables smaller than the chest of Brian Cage. Look at that, Jesus
Colt
Christ.
Cabana. So far, everything he's attempted has been met with resistance from the machine.
So I do believe we are recording on this fancy Twitch machine. You know, it's amazing what you can do with 56K these days, folks.
I'd take 56K right now, See, while you were gone, I was talking about here, Colt Cabana. He likes to have fun in the ring, but I think sometimes that can get in the head of his opponent, and we'll see, is Cabana going to continue to use the 10 count to his advantage here, try to psych out the machine?
No, when it comes to overall mind games in the ring, I got to think. I mean, Colt Cabana has a veteran experience over Brian Cage, both very well traveled, but from a psychological standpoint, that's more Cabana's bread and butter, we think. I mean, but Cage, every time you think he's just some dumb meathead, then he does some incredible high-flying. I mean, the man is X-Division champion.
Right.
X-Division champion, 263 pounds.
Well, he's had great success in Mexico. He's the current Wrestle Circus Sideshow champion.
And Ringmaster champion. He's got both of them right now. As
this test of strength, we saw...
Oh, there we go, Cabana.
I was say, we saw Kurt Stallion utilize that.
And here's the thing, for Cabana, he fully talks about this on his podcast. He's kind of in the twilight of his career now. I mean, he's, 36, 38. And he views a tournament like this as a huge stepping stone for him to get those big opportunities once again.
Yeah, he's been on commentary in Ring of Honor as of late.
Yes.
But he's still been making dates. He's traveling all over the world. And you can't forget Colt Cabana. We're talking early 2000s, Ring of Honor. He went one-on-one with some of the best.
I know. And he, a former NWO World Heavyweight Champion, had a great series with Adam Pearce. But he wants to prove he's in the best shape of his life, and he's actually capable of having the best matches of his career. And winning a tournament like this, I mean, a lot of guys, people have wrote him off as just this comedy wrestler at this point, but he's as serious as they come. A tremendous technical wrestler. If anything, you could say, against the current landscape, maybe an even better technical wrestler than most on the scene today. I'd certainly put his technical ability over Brian Cage, taking off away from Brian Cage. But that'll be interesting to see throughout the course of the night, because the winner of this faces either Austin Aries or Airwolf. Airwolf, certainly a high flyer. Austin Aries can do it all, but known for his technical ability. So, and here we have Cabana, got that rear chin lock applied. He's got it tight there. Referee has determined it's not a choke.
Crowd behind Brian Cage here, I think.
Well, he's popular everywhere he goes. I mean, he's when you as a kid think of yourself as a professional wrestler, he is the image of that. He is a real-life Kurita wrestler.
He is a real-life He-Man.
And he's incredibly, I mean, he might not want us to say this, he's incredibly polite, incredibly nice. A family man at that. He's got a very nice wife, Melissa Santos. Are they married yet?
That I do not know.
Well, they got a kid together.
Absolutely.
But he's a great baby daddy. And we know a little something about that. He got some kids. Not together, but separately. Big spine buster there.
Never say never, Midnight. Now, one thing about Brian Cage...
Speak for yourself, I'm done. I mean, you're attractive, but I'm done with my two.
Brian Cage also really big into the Comic-Con community, loves to cosplay. He's actually played He-Man in a fan
Oh
film.
my God, look at that power slam. Colt Cabana is, what, 240 pounds? And he, my God.
Brian Cage can
power
throw
slam.
everyone around.
And let's keep in mind that early round match, Cabana had a really kind of controversial win over Hawley with the roll-up win. But Hawley beat the hell out of him like he was a first-day trainee in the ring. Oh, look at that slap. There you go. Cabana. Boom, boom, baby. There you go.
Lime's putting out a cigarette.
Oh, there you go.
Cabana didn't take
that
very
head
kindly.
scissors. And Cabana can do the British style. He can do the Lucha Libre style. He's well-traveled, well-schooled, a very smart man, incredible businessman.
I'll tell you this, he's a student of the game.
Oh, there you go.
I was sitting in on the Wade Keller interview earlier today with Nikita Koloff and Larry the Axe Henning, and I'll tell you, the one thing that stood out to me, of all the talent in the building here today, the one guy who was in there listening is Colt Cabana.
Oh, I mean, he loves the history of wrestling, and keep in mind, he's a Chicago guy. Growing up, it would have been, you know, early 80s WWF, and then AWA in that area, and yeah, so he knows all these guys throughout his travels in the Midwest. As he went for the big boom boom elbow. Oh, what a counter there by, wow, what a combination there by Cage. Different styles of neck breakers there.
I think when you think about the word journeyman in professional wrestling, I think Colt Cabana should probably have his picture right there next to that.
Colt Cabana has been Gamagiri in the corner, tremendous. Into a German suplex. Wow, that is a hell of a fall.
Holding him up like a deck of cards here.
Oh, shoulder up.
You can see
with the deliberate count there. He's not going to let these guys get away with too much.
You can see both these men, though, look a little exhausted here. I think we're starting to see the match that they had earlier. Both guys had a very physical match.
Now look at there. Not only did he hit with the elbow, he hit them with the knee on the other side of the face. Cabana, Superman, roll up. Wow!
I can't believe it.
What a win for Cabana. He's in the finals. This has been a presentation from Dr. Wrestling Midnight Guthrie and Impact Pro Wrestling. Visit ImpactProWrestling.com for more information about upcoming events.